In the heart of a frozen wilderness, a wounded stray dog limped silently through deep snow, his fur stiff with ice and blood. A gash on his hind leg left a red trail behind him, and his paws, raw and cracked, barely carried him forward. The wind howled through the lifeless trees, and the cold bit deep into his bones. He was scared, starving, and utterly alone. As he pressed on, each step grew weaker. His ears were crusted with frostbite, and his breathing turned into shallow gasps. His legs buckled beneath him several times, but he struggled back to his feet. Blood stained the snow where he'd fallen. He looked around with glassy eyes, but there was no shelter. Only white emptiness and the distant sound of cracking ice. Eventually his strength gave out. He collapsed beside a frozen stream, body curled tightly in the snow. His sides rose and fell in shallow motion, his breath barely visible. Snow began to fall again, thicker and faster. Somewhere, far in the distance, a faint mechanical hum echoed, but the dog didn't stir. The world around him blurred into a quiet, freezing haze. Then the sound grew louder. A snow vehicle appeared on the horizon, plowing carefully through the terrain. Inside were 5 people, rescuers, each focused, alert, and ready. The team leader spoke into a headset, coordinating their movements. The medic readied her emergency kit, while the animal specialist prepared a tranquilizer and warming blanket. The climber double-checked harnesses and safety ropes. They spotted the dog's motionless body and moved quickly. As they approached, they worked as one unit. The medic surveying the injury with binoculars, the specialist prepping equipment, the climber watching the unstable snowbanks nearby. Snowmobiles and sleds remained parked behind them, gear strapped. Kneeling beside the dog, the medic spoke softly, gently cleaning the deep wound on his leg. The animal specialist moved slowly, wrapping him in a thermal blanket and speaking calming words. The climber positioned ropes in case the area shifted. The dog whimpered but didn't resist. Working quickly, the team cleaned and bandaged the dog's wounds. They placed heating packs along his body and checked his breathing with a stethoscope. One by one, they applied antiseptic, hydration fluid, and nutrients. The medic whispered, "Stay with us, buddy," while the animal specialist kept him steady. They moved him into a portable field tent, where the medic checked his temperature and pulse. The dog blinked up at the unfamiliar faces around him, dazed but alive. The team gave him small sips of water, and wrapped him in thick blankets. Then unexpectedly, an Arctic fox appeared nearby. It barked sharply, then darted toward a snow-covered ledge. The support crew followed and found a deep icy crevasse, evidence that the dog may have fallen there earlier. The fox had been nearby the whole time, watching, maybe even guiding them. With careful coordination, the team used pulleys and harnesses. They moved the dog onto a stretcher. The medic supported his head while the others worked quickly to secure him. Snow fell around them as the sled was prepared for transport. Inside the rescue pod, the dog rested, eyes half open. He was no longer fading, he was holding on. The animal specialist stroked his head.